Everyone wants to know what time to post to be able to get the best results. So let me show you how you can find the most optimal time for you to post that will give your content the best possible chance to be seen by an audience. I have tested different posting times for businesses I have worked with, and I would see differences if we posted at their most optimal time versus just posting whenever. You want to pick a time frame that your audience is going to build up in becoming more active on social media, not when they are about to drop off in activity on social media. When you post, it is shown to a few of your followers, but also those that don't follow you. And those that don't follow you would usually have the same interests as your current followers that consume your content. If you post when your audience are the most active on social media, it means that non-followers with similar interests are going to be active. And if that post performs really well, it will continue to push out to more followers and non-followers. But if you pick a time which people are inactive and barely online, your post isn't going to perform the best on the algorithm because barely anyone is consuming it. Now, it's going to be different for everyone, and the best times to post could be different from your Instagram or TikTok accounts, but I will break down how to find that information for both social media platforms. So how do we find the best time to post on Instagram? We want to go into our professional dashboard. Then we tap total followers and scroll to the very bottom of the page. Here we can see the most active times our current followers are online. However, if you have less than 100 followers, you won't be able to see the exact data, and your analytics will look more like this. If you go through the different days, you can see it is quite similar. So you don't necessarily have to post at different times on each individual day. Looking at the analytics here, the best time to post is around 8 to 9 a.m. and after 6 p.m. These timeframes would also be quite similar to those who are on the way to work or finish work and just scrolling on social media. And that is also in line with the majority of the followers being in the same city location as this business. This could look different if your audience was more internationally based and you live in a different time zone than your current followers. So you can also keep in mind for what times you would think your ideal audience will be scrolling social media. For instance, if you are in the food niche, you could post around the times people are about to get lunch or dinner to give them ideas of what to eat or where they should eat. Let's go through 4 other examples, and I'll give you 3 seconds to take a guess before I reveal when I would recommend the best time to post based on these examples. Let's look at this first one here. Based on these times here, I would recommend posting from 9 a.m. because you can see that the follow activity is most active from 9 to 3 p.m. So you could post anytime between this time frame. What about this next one here? Based on the analytics here, I would recommend posting at 6 p.m. or you could post at 4 or 5 a.m. because the other peak time of follower activity is at 6 a.m. However, sometimes you have to actually be practical about what times you should post. If the most optimal time was posting at 3 or 4 a.m., that might not be feasible to post in the middle of the night. Are you just going to set an alarm and wake up, post, and then go back to sleep? I mean, you can do that, but it just might not be practical for you. What about this third one? Based on the times here, I would recommend posting from 6 a.m. onwards because the current followers are quite active from 6 a.m. onwards. There isn't a dramatic drop in activity compared to the other analytics that we have seen. And lastly, this one. Based on the analytics, I would recommend posting at 3 p.m. onwards. You can see there is steady growth starting from 6 a.m. and it continues to grow in activity, but then starts to drop off at around 9 p.m. onwards. Let's talk about TikTok. How do we find the best time to post on TikTok? When we go into our profile, we click the hamburger menu on the top right corner and then click Creator Tools. We want to go into Analytics and go into the Followers tab. We want to scroll to the very bottom and here we can see the most active times over the past 7 days. You want to pick times when your audience is increasing in activity, not when it is at its peak and not when it is about to drop off in activity. So here the best time to post would be around, I would say, 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. At the end of the day, it comes down to the strategy and the content you are actually creating. Try this out for yourself and let me know the results that you get from posting at the most optimal time for your social media accounts. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Keep creating, keep experimenting, and I'll catch you in the next video.